Hey Rugby fans, welcome back. Thank you for pressing play as we continue our look back over the 2019-2020 Premier 15's team and players of the season. It's been a really difficult task so far because there are so many quality players in this league, and I have to say our panel have been doing an excellent job. If you haven't seen any of these episodes yet, where have you been? Don't worry, we'll put the links down below. We've already recorded a number of episodes. We've looked at our front row, our second row, our back row, our 9s and 10s, and now it's time to look at our centres. Two key positions, and it's going to be quite difficult to choose which ones from the players on show that we should be picking. Well, good job, I'm not going to be doing it on my own. As always, I'm joined by a crack panel of experts. Johnnie Hammond from the Women's Rugby Pod and legendary broadcaster. Rachael Burford, legendary player for Harlequins Women and the Red Roses. And a journalist who is definitely full of opinions. It is Fiona Tomas, very talented from Telegraph Women's Sport. For now, let's see if we can choose our centre pairing.
Okay, so we've done 9, we've done 10, and we are moving on to our number 12. And there is going to be nowhere that I'm going to start more than the woman herself, who is synonymous with number 12, Fiona Tomas. No, I'm only joking. Rachael Burford.
Thanks for letting me start with this one. No, look, I think Helen Nelson's worth a shout out. Moved over to Loughborough this year, Scottish international. Gets the opportunity to play in and outside of Emily Garrett and Casey McLean, but not seeing her kind of explode this year, more see her on the international stage. I think Ellie Green's done a brilliant job slotting in at the age of 20. She's so young, got so much talent, so fearless, great off the boot. But the player that is so consistent and is a player that is unexpected at times is Kate Alder for Wasps. She's a phenomenal fighter, always line breaking, always working hard for her team. She's a great leader for them. And yeah, she's certainly somebody that when I play against is somebody that you can't take your eye off her, because she managed to find opportunities and create opportunities for herself and for others. So my number 12 will be Kate Alder from Wasps.
Okay. Fee?
Yeah, just to follow on from what Rach said, I think Kate, she's such a tremendous person in the fact that she's always setting the standards for her team at Wasps, and she's, yeah, like you say, Captain Reliable, I think is a kind of very accurate description for Kate. For me, I think there's more to come from her, as there is of Helen Nelson as well at Loughborough. I think she's, like you say, such a hard worker, both on and off the ball, and has been a key player for Loughborough this season. Ellie Green, another one who's impressed me at Harlequins. Like Rach says, she's still young, she's still growing into the game, but I feel, this season she's really impressed at the Stoop. For me, however, I'm going for Beth Blacklock, simply because, her ability to finish, look at that try scoring ability there, 9 appearances. I think Beth has been a real kind of industrious worker for the MP this season. Like we all know, they've had a bit of a rocky road, and it's great to see that they'll be in the TP15s next year. But she has rocked it from inside centre for me. She gets my vote.
Okay, Johnny?
Ooh, deciding vote. Yeah, with three names on my list, shortened down. Yeah, with certainly Kate Alder. Again, one of those pairs, a little bit like Fee Fletcher we've mentioned in the second row on the previous episode. Yeah, hardly ever dips in performance. He's a real leader. Does a lot of unseen work, as does Helen Nelson. To be fair, doesn't do the flashy stuff. When you've got Katie Day-McLean one side and Emily Scarrett the other, you're probably not going to grab a few headlines. So I think Helen Nelson is certainly in the mix. But I'm going with Fee. I think Beth Blacklock for a mid-table side has been incredibly impressive, not just for the boot, but her running ability as well. She's certainly top 5 point scorers this season, and that's something when you're certainly half the time on the back foot. So yeah, I'm just going to go with Beth Blacklock from DMP Sharks.
Yeah, I would also agree with you there. Without saying any more about, I think Beth is fantastic. I think she makes a real difference to the side. So it looks like she is our number 12. Let's move on to number 13. I think this one is probably going to be pretty easy to select. Johnny, do you want to go first?
Yeah. Emily Scarrett. Next.
Fiona Tomas?
Yeah, not disagree. What more needs to be said? Look at that. 10 tries, shoulders, heads and shoulders above the rest even. Just Emily Scarrett's line breaks, they are beautiful to watch. That's all I'm going to say.
Rachael Burford?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Emily Scarrett. And just to pick up on Fiona's point there about her line breaks, they're always at the time of need as well. It's like she comes up with the goods when a team really, really needs them. So yeah, Emily Scarrett gets a vote. Our quickest one yet.
Yeah, and I think we should mention Khadija Kamara.
Yeah.
Have I said her first name
Yeah,
right?
you have. Yeah. Caddy.
Caddy at Harlequins. Very, very abrasive again. When you've got a squad like Harlequins, it's very difficult to go above the internationals, but pop your head above the parapet, as it were. But she's very, very solid. Played most of the season at 13, and Ellie Boatman as well. I think deserves. She's a little spark, a little sprout of real positivity throughout Richmond's season.
In a season which hasn't really been that positive for them overall.
Correct.
Brilliant. Okay. So that's 12 and 13 locked down. We're almost at the end of our team of the season. But I have to say, it is shaping up very, very nicely.
So what did you think of that? Did you guess who we were going to pick? Do you think we've got it right? Do you think we've got it wrong? Either way, we'd love to hear from you. Please do leave a comment below, even if you think that we are the most idiotic panel that you've ever seen. Probably not, but anyway, it would be great to hear from you. And of course, that brings us to the end of this episode, and we're almost at the end of this mini-series, but we've still got 3 important positions to pick. It is, of course, our back 3. 2 wingers, 1 fullback. And if you want to see that, then subscribe, turn on your notifications, and follow us across social media, because you do not want to miss when our next episode drops. Thanks a lot for watching. Catch you soon. Bye.